So what we're thinking of now is actually next year is working together again, and maybe getting a shop. I'm also thinking of training. I have so much knowledge that I'd love to share with people. So, but this just, do you know what it is? There's never enough time. I'm also going to college this year, so trying to fit in college, trying to get the children all sorted, work and have a life, and yeah, it's hard. But next year I'm hoping lots, like new shop, training, and that it will happen, but it just takes time.
Hi guys, it's Holly here at Faces. Welcome back to the Face It podcast. Today I'm here with the lovely Jules from GH Beauty Studio. Jules, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I'm so happy to have you on.
Absolute pleasure.
Finally, we get here. We've been trying to reschedule a few times, but we finally got into that. So I'm super excited to have a chat with you. So,
me too.
Off, do you want to just give us a little bit of insight into how you got into the industry, where it all started for you, and how you built your business to where it is today?
Sure, absolutely. Okay, so I basically, when I finished school, I actually, this is what I really wanted to do, but it was my stepdad who actually said, I really think you should try something else. So I was originally born in Peru, so I'm naturally really good at languages. Well, say naturally, I can only speak English and Spanish, but so he thought, you know what, you also like French. Why don't you go to college and maybe do something in languages? So I did that, and it didn't work out. So then I actually went to uni and did a film and TV studies degree.
Okay.
Yeah, so I worked in TV for around 10 years. So I graduated from university. I started working as a researcher for a football program, not knowing anything about football. But basically what helped was the fact that I could speak Spanish. So basically, so I worked for that. So then I was just freelance. So then I did that for about 10 years. It was great fun. I really, really enjoyed it. But what happened was I got my dog. I got a dog just before I turned 30. And I think that's when my maternal instincts kicked in. And suddenly I just thought, I wonder what life will be like suddenly when I have children, because my work back then involved, I to be honest, I didn't really fly anywhere really exotic, but I was traveling a lot, so locally. So, and I was leaving my dog with my mom and other people. So I thought, you know what, this is what life's going to be like. So I just thought, I've got to change. I've got to do something else. So then back then I actually started a doggy daycare company to begin with.
Oh,
This is like, honestly, it's crazy.
I wasn't expecting this. Right? I know. So we've gone from maybe wanting to do beauty to then doing film.
Film and TV. Yeah,
Exactly.
Doggy daycare, yeah. So basically, obviously back then, I'm 44 now, so this is 14 years ago. So when I started, the big craze of sort of like doggy daycares didn't really exist. So it was a concept that I'd had picked up from America just because I'm still obsessed with dogs. Yeah. But obviously I realized that there was a huge potential in doing doggy daycares. So I did. So I had this doggy daycare. And to be honest, it grew amazingly, from literally dog walking to learning how to, groom dogs, and to this huge doggy daycare. And it was amazing. But again, you hit another point in your life. So I was 30 then. The business grew really quickly. Within 3 years, I had I don't know, like 4 members of staff picking up different dogs. We had like a 5-acre field. It was really great fun. Yeah. The business grew really, really well. However, when I got to about 33, I suddenly thought, I really want to have babies. So I became pregnant with my first child. Yeah. So then I worked out logistically how it would work out, sort of running the business and being a first-time mum. So my partner at the time, we talked about it and we thought, you know what, we worked out the odds. And I thought, if I was still running the business, but not properly running it, I'd have to employ someone to run it. So I'd just be breaking even. So I thought, you know what, it's now the time to just, sell up maybe. So I did. So I sold the business, and it was brilliant. It was, it literally first buyer straight away. It was so good. And then, so I took a little gap. I went back to TV for a little while. And then it was only then when I went back to TV that I realized, I thought, do you know what? I need to do what I've always wanted to do. So I remember I was just watching an advert, and there was this woman saying that she'd had her eyebrows done. This is how it all began.
Yeah.
Had her eyebrows, semi-permanent makeup. And I thought, oh my God, that looks so interesting, you know? So yeah, so basically I borrowed some money from my sister. I got a loan. And then this is where it all kicked off. So I think it must have been 2016. And I enrolled in a semi-permanent makeup course, and that was the first thing I did. I learned how to do microblading for brows, and from there on, it didn't stop. It was literally beauty, then all your advanced treatments, and then here I am, literally
Oh,
since then. But it's always been my passion, so I'm so glad that I finally have gone back to it.
do you know what? I'm a strong believer in everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely, me too.
Crazy how that is the direction all those years ago you wanted to go in,
Yes,
and then your stepdad was
completely.
like, no, I think you should go and do
Yeah.
something else. But
Mm,
but it could have worked out different. You could have done beauty for a few years and then gone, oh, like it's not for me right now.
exactly.
So it's all worked out thanks to your stepdad
Absolutely.
for,
Yes,
for
absolutely.
leading you in a different direction.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I love about this industry?
Hmm.
Is you can do whatever job, like run a doggy daycare, work in TV and film, and you can train and do treatments. I think it's
Absolutely.
that it
Yes.
it just gives so much opportunity to people, particularly if you do have
Completely.
that beauty
Family. Yes.
and
Yes.
family, yeah, to work
Yeah.
around your children.
Absolutely.
So you're obviously a single mum, Jules. So
Yeah.
how does your business impact you being a single mum, and how does everything work in your life?
Yes. So I would like to think that a lot of women would sympathise and understand how difficult it is to have that balance between sort of being a single mom, having a business, trying to have a social life of your own, and then keep everything afloat. And I always find that when I first started, it was easier to manage because I wasn't just doing this. I was doing obviously the brows and everything else, but I also having had a doggy daycare from before, I still was doing dogs. So I'd be like boarding dogs and so on, and it was fine until the business grows. Obviously, you have to take. For me, I had to take separate. So back then, when I first begun, me and my ex-partner, we had a really lovely house, and in the back of our house, I had a studio. He built me a actually log cabin where I did all my treatments. Sorry, excuse me. And it was great. There was no overheads. It was growing really, really well. And then we split up. So then I had to go on my own. But I tell you what, that's probably been the best thing that ever happened, because I think having to suddenly have to, like before, I guess my money was kind of like pocket money, it was just a little bit of extra money. It didn't fully provide for me to pay for all my bills. But nowadays it's different. So that kind of gave me, and I no longer had my partner, so I had to, everything that I made, I had to pay for my bills and my children. So I think for me, it was kind of right. So what am I going to do now? I need to find premises. So then I found this studio. I did attempt to work from my new home, but it just didn't work. It was difficult to, build a new place and so on. So then I found this studio where I am at the moment, and so it's the studio, but within the business center, there's lots of different sort of, you've got hairdressers, you've got lash extension places, there's another, places where they do facials and lots of different things. So from there on, I looked into getting a premises first. A retail shop within a sort of that, like the high street, was too expensive. So this was more affordable. So now what I do is, I find that steadily I've grown. So before, my sort of the money that I was spending towards the business was hardly any. Now, obviously, you've got your rent, you've got this, you've got that, and I find that I have to be so organized when it comes to the children. So whenever I know that there's half term, I know that half the week my ex-partner has the girls, so I make sure that I also take enough time, that I'm taking time off to be with them. But it's hard. It's a struggle. You're constantly looking at their diaries, and you've got your phone, your private phone and your work phone, and they're all going off at the same time.
Yeah.
So I always find that there's no time for you, like I probably look at my work phone more than I do at my private phone, because my clients are really important, and it's just non-stop. You know what it's like when you have your own business, it never ends. So you're constantly juggling, your child. It's like, sometimes I say to my girlfriend, it's like you're in a like circus. It's like you're like it's really hard. But I have a lot of mum friends that do the same thing, and we all juggle, especially being single. It's hard, but I'm very happy, and I'm very lucky that I've got a supportive network. I've got my mum and I've got my sister who help. So it's really, really, really nice. But yeah, it's hard, it's challenging, but it's
Yeah.
rewarding, because
Yeah.
you see, as the years have gone on, I always think that me probably splitting up with my ex-partner was kind of a blessing in disguise, because it's made me who I am, and it's made me reach a different, probably potential. Well, I probably would have taken a little bit longer, I think, had I had his support. But I think sometimes when you're kind of thrown in this kind of new world, you kind of push yourself more,
Yeah. And you just make it work,
survivors.
don't you? You find a way. You find
Oh
a way
yeah,
to keep everyone happy.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely, for
With
sure.
with regards to sort of the future then for your business, so obviously at the moment it's hectic, juggling everything, juggling clients, running a household, your children, everything.
Uh,
Does that ever make you feel like you won't have the capacity to grow in your business, or does it do the opposite?
No, I think for me, obviously, to be honest, for me, my priority are my children, but then second, it's work. So I already have a strategy in mind, in where I have seen how even though I started my business from 2017, but that was kind of a different business then. So in my mind, I know that I've only been running since I moved to Walton, and that was only 2 years ago. So in theory, the business has been running for 2 years. So how I've seen it grown steadily, it's been amazing. And bearing in mind that I only really work part-time,
Yeah.
because my children take up most of my time. I mean, I think I have some big ideas for next year. Me and my sister used to work together before. She does the eyelash extension. So back in the days when we lived at my old house, we both, she would do all the eyelash extensions, and I did all the skincare and semi-permanent makeup. But it was our business together. We were Majestic, and that was our name of our company. Once we obviously left the house, she went her separate way, and so did I. So what we're thinking of now is actually next year is working together again, and maybe getting a shop. I'm also thinking of training. I have so much knowledge that I'd love to share with people. So, but this just, do you know what it is? There's never enough time. I'm also going to college this year, so trying to fit in college, trying to get the children all sorted, work and have a life, and yeah, it's hard. But next year I'm hoping lots, like new shop, training,
Amazing.
and that it will happen, but it just takes time. I
Yeah.
just
But
have
if
to
you're
be
going
organized.
back to college and you're adding all these extra things in, you're never going to have the time. But it just
No, but this
shows
is
that
it, yeah,
shows your commitment to your business and progressing and educating yourself as well, which is fantastic.
absolutely.
With
I think,
regards,
and that's it. I think when you,
oh, he's,
what's that, sorry?
oh, you've just frozen.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, I can hear you, but oh, we're back.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry. What were you
we're
going
back.
to
Yeah,
say? Go on.
I was going to say, with all of that, I think that's what I mean about being really organized. I'm going to sound really boring now, but I am very sort of structured. My life has got to, don't get me wrong, there's spanners in the works now and again, but obviously I have a very busy life during the week with my children doing a million activities and also work. So I am very organized that my weekends I spent sort of planning, prepping,
Yeah,
I pre-cook all the children's dinners from Monday to Friday.
yeah,
No, Monday to Thursday. Friday we have off,
yeah,
So, but it just makes life easier. It means that once I finish work, I pick them up and they've got, like, swimming or whatever to do. It's done. I'm not spending an hour or so cooking. I just get it out of the fridge and cook bang, and when it comes to sort of studying, when they go to bed, straight after that, and to be honest, because it's not what I'm studying at the moment, it's not too difficult, it's manageable. So as long as I put in 3 hours a week, which is only evening, obviously when you look at your when you're planning, and so there are the things that sacrifice, that you have to sacrifice, like your own personal life, but I know that this is temporary, and I
Yeah.
know that this will give me a reward in the end, so I do it. But it's all about that planning, and constantly,
Yeah.
like self-help books constantly.
Oh my God. Just going on to the planning aspect, I
Yeah,
completely agree. I get up
yeah.
at 5 a.m. every morning to go to the gym.
Oh,
People
see
like
that?
people say all the time, like, oh my God, I could never do that. I don't have the time to go to the gym. You make
You could do
time,
this.
you prepare.
You make
I prepare everything the night before,
Yes,
and
yes.
you
Um,
make it work, don't you? If you want to
you
do
do.
or if you have to do something, you make it work.
Absolutely. That's what it is. It's all about having that priority, like where you have your list of things to do. If something's more important than anything else, you will make sure it gets done.
Yeah,
So for me, obviously, like my children and my work are my priority, which then obviously leads me on to that bit about you, and which is I probably don't put myself first in a way of, making enough time to exercise, because I do have time, I do have enough time, but I just always think, oh no, this needs to be done, and I'll get back to, work. So that's my new thing that I'm working on. So I'm trying to change, because I know I can give myself an hour to half an hour to exercise and so on. But that I'm working on that one.
yeah, and it looks
So
different for
important.
everyone, doesn't it? Like I don't have children, so
Yeah.
I have that. I mean,
Yeah.
still don't have that much flexibility, but I do have the flexibility to get up
Yes.
at 5, go to the gym, do what I want to do, and it's like prioritizing, isn't it? And
Yeah, absolutely.
that's why even as a single busy mother who's
Yes.
studying, running your own
Mm.
business, you're making it work because you
You
have to
do.
and you want to. And
Yeah.
from speaking with practitioners within this industry, it's always the people who are successful are the ones who have that why, that they have to do it, whether it's,
Yeah.
I don't know, they're a single parent like yourself,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
need to put a roof over their head. Like if they've got that
Mm.
burning desire and that why as to why they need this business to work, they will succeed in that. But it's the
Absolutely.
people who come into it thinking, oh, I'm gonna earn thousands of pounds in my first month. That's why it doesn't work. But if you're dedicated
Exactly.
and you do what you can and you make time and you prioritize everything correctly, it
Yeah.
will come through.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's absolutely it. I believe hugely in sort of prioritizing, but also, the longer I'm doing it, the more I realize that also, my priority was children and work, but also I need to come into sort of the top three things. Do you know what I mean? Because I think lately for the last few years, I have probably neglected my own sort of time, my own
Yeah.
health, just because, and it's so important, just
Oh my
making
God.
that, even like that at that hour that you go to the gym or you go for a walk or
Yeah.
do whatever, just for you, so I am, it's literally, that's one of the things that I have to work really hard on, giving myself enough
Yeah.
time and not just focusing on the children and work, because that can take over your life. Because I think it's some women are so some people are just, not just women, but we're so driven, that you constantly think, uh, and I think I'm
You've
very
got to
much
look
like that.
after yourself. You do.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
spend all day doing amazing treatments on people to make them
Yeah.
feel good. You need to put that
Yeah,
time aside for yourself. But do you know how I do
absolutely.
it as well? When I think about, I'm just using the gym example because we've gone on
Yeah.
that already.
Uh-huh.
I know that I will be a better person around
Person.
other people when I have done my
1%.
workout.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
When I
Absolutely.
finish my workout, I know that I'm the best version of me that I can be for everyone else around me.
Yeah,
If that gets
exactly.
taken away from me, or if I don't do that, my
And you,
whole routine's out of balance. I don't feel
yes,
it's like with it, everything, and then I'm not probably the best version of me for everyone.
absolutely, absolutely. No, I
So,
agree.
so in terms of your situation, you need to prioritize yourself. If you can't,
Absolutely.
well, in fact, every day you can. You can do something, whether it's put something 5 minutes, whether it's
Exactly.
putting a face mask on in
Exactly.
the evening. Because
Yeah.
if you prioritize yourself, you can be a better person for your children and for your business.
Absolutely. And this is exactly, actually, you just reminded. So yesterday, because I mean, I am obsessed with my self-help books. And at the moment, I can't stop listening to Roxina Fusi's Manifest, which I hugely recommend to everyone.
I've not,
Amazing.
someone was talking about, is it the podcast?
Yeah, well, the podcast, and then she's also got an audible book. So I'm
Right.
currently listening to both. So
Send me
yesterday I
the
was
link
listening.
after this so I
Oh,
can.
I will do. It's so good. So basically, so I was putting it on yesterday before, because was it yesterday? So we were driving anyway with my children. Children were in the car, and I said to them, I said, "Look, girls, listen to this," because I always make them listen to it, and they do. They
Yeah.
manifest every day.
Yeah.
Whatever they want. They say to me like, "Oh, mummy, I really manifested really like every night to get this," and I think it's coming together. I am getting better at maths. I mean, it's silly, but it
Oh.
works. It really does. So we were, and one of the bits that she says, it was about, obviously making time for yourself, and it just having sort of, she gave a really good example where she said there are different people in the world. So people who get up in the morning, for example, you wake up as soon as your alarm goes off, you snooze, and then instead of actually waking up, you go on your phone and you go on social media, and then suddenly you're like, oh my god, I'm so late. So you get up quickly, have a shower, and it's like rush, rush, rush. But there's other people who get up before their time when their alarm goes off, and then they'll go downstairs, do a workout for 20 minutes, whatever, then have a coffee, then have a shower, and then be prepared for the day. And I was like, and I said to the girls, I said, from now on, girls, every day we're gonna do that. And I started today. I did.
Yay! And
So
how
I was
did
like,
you
right.
feel?
Oh my God, I feel great, honestly, right? I feel so good. So this morning I woke up, earlier than my alarm went off, because I knew it just naturally, I just woke up. I normally do anyway before I wake up, before my alarm goes off. I woke up, I went downstairs, and I was like, I didn't even look at my phone, didn't check emails, didn't check Instagram, nothing. Went downstairs and I had a little workout. I did 20 minutes and I felt great. And I thought I had a coffee. Then the girls woke up and I was like, oh, this is great. And I thought, do you know what? You're so right about
Yeah.
you just feel like you're going to start the day better. And
Yeah.
already, and I was looking at the time and I thought, oh my God, it's not even 7 a.m. I feel great.
Love that. Yeah. And then the girls come down and you're like, morning.
Yeah,
All
together.
happy. And
Exactly.
you know what? Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's, if you look after yourself and put time aside to do things like that, whether it be reading in the morning, making a nice coffee, doing a workout,
Absolutely.
self-care, whatever it is for you, everyone's self-care is different.
Mm.
It's going to make you feel good, so then that will reflect onto everything else in your life as well.
Oh,
So,
yeah, completely.
so true. And I
Yes.
think this goes for any other people in your situation, whether they're
Mm.
Christian or not. Running a
Hmm.
business within this industry
Oh,
is hard. You know,
hard work,
whether
definitely.
it's you're trying to build your business or whether it's you're trying to service all of your clients that you have, which is obviously great. A lot if you
Yeah.
know, it's hard
Mm.
on both ends of the spectrum. So taking that
Completely.
time to really work on yourself, put prioritize yourself. Don't
Yeah, completely.
up about it.
Yeah.
Just do what makes you feel good.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, honestly. It's so true. It really does. It makes such a difference. It is hard sometimes to obviously manage and juggle, but I think every day, it's different. So I just think I try and do, that's another book that I've read. Doctor, oh my God. And he basically talks, I can't remember, it's really bad, but he talks about having a holiday every day and doing something as little as having a bath. So that's another thing that,
Yeah,
and I do that. I do have a bath, probably, you know, every other day. And it is because it is like a reward, and during
yeah,
that time, I'm like, no phone, nothing, just me, so
yeah.
just me, myself, and I, and just relaxing. And it's really good,
Yeah, and
and
it's looking forward to the little things, like you say.
yeah,
I have my bath every night, and I eat a bar
yeah,
of chocolate every night. And
yeah.
you know what? I'll
And
finish
you look
work
that
and I'll be
great.
like, oh, now I can have my bath. And it's like that, like you said,
Yeah,
such a basic
yes.
thing, washing
Such
myself.
basic things. Yeah,
But
I know, but it's such a reward, isn't it?
yeah,
It's
and
so rewarding.
if you look at that as your reward and that thing that makes you happy, no matter what it is, even if it's something small like having a bath, which is what a lot of people would just class as like a normal daily activity,
Hmm.
it
Yeah.
changes your outlook as well. You don't have to
Oh,
be, it doesn't have to be these big lavish things that you appreciate or
exactly.
or whatever. For me, like
Definitely.
making my morning coffee is like one of life's simple pleasures. I love that.
Yes. Oh, I agree. Life simple pleasures, that's it. And
Yeah.
we should have more of them, And I think for me, it is mainly the fact that I am so obsessed with work and my phone. So I'm always, because your phone is work, isn't it? It's like your
Oh God,
portable
yeah.
laptop. You do everything with your phone. So I'm constantly, and if at the moment I wake up in the morning, I have to look at it. And so today was the first day I didn't. And everything's still running fine, everything's still good. I've replied to clients already, we're talking and it's great. So,
Yeah.
things can be done, and I can prioritize myself too,
Yeah,
so it is
absolutely.
hugely
Yeah.
important. Definitely.
Building healthy habits. That's what it is.
Absolutely. Yes. Love that.
I love it. So just moving on to just back to your business then, Jules, just because I know we've
Uh-huh.
digressed a bit, but I love it, and hopefully other people can relate and feel inspired by
Yeah,
it. What
definitely.
treatments are your clients loving at the moment? Because I'm seeing
Oh,
all sorts of trends. I know it's
yeah.
very much dependent on the demographic of your clients, what treatments will be more popular for yourself, but tell us what's everyone loving right now, and what treatments are you wanting to add next year if you're wanting to do some further training?
Oh, absolutely. So at the moment, everyone's obsessed with micro needing and my peels at the moment. I have had some amazing results, especially with peels. I've just done an advanced course in this peel that I use. I
Yeah.
use BioRepeel, by the way, and it's amazing. It's so good. And so far, everyone, so it's mainly for melasma. So if you're having bad pigmentation, it can really help to reduce them. I've had one lady that the result after just one peel has been amazing, absolutely amazing. So from that, it's been non-stop. So every time someone sees my reel, from this lady that I didn't even ask, but every day she was sending me pictures going, this is today and this is the next day, and suddenly it was like gone, and I was like, oh.
Oh my God. Wait,
Yeah, so
is BioRepeel the one that actually peels your skin off?
well, no, it's supposed to be the peel that doesn't peel, but it does sometimes. Sometimes depending on your skin, you will get a little bit of peeling. But this, for me, has been absolutely amazing. You literally, like, if you have a look at my Instagram, you'll see how a lady had literally her cheek here. She had a brown mark. Literally, it's one session and it's nearly all gone. We're doing this is a second treatment now. And I've got another lady who's got pigmentation literally all over her skin. Again, amazing,
Oh
So
my
I need to
God,
post all
that's
this. Yeah, yeah.
great.
So microneedling, BioRepeel, and lash lifts all day long here in my studio are the most popular ones.
Yeah,
Obviously, microneedling, all the benefits that it does, amazing. My clients seem to be absolutely hooked because the results are great, And when you
yeah,
combine that, if you've got some pigmentation with BioRepeel, oh my God, it literally,
yeah.
every time I look at my clients' pictures or when they come back or they send them to me, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, look, this was you when you first came in. And they're like, oh,
Oh, I love
you love
that.
it, don't you?
You know
So
what?
because it's
Microneedling's been around for so long,
so
but
long, yeah.
recently, I swear it's made like a comeback. Do you know what
Yes,
I think that is? I think clients' knowledge on microneedling through
yeah,
social media, through
yeah,
reels, that kind of thing, is
yeah,
is getting so much better. And they are
absolutely.
microneedling is and peels actually are great like interim treatments, so you
Yeah,
can come every month or two for a treatment like that. And we all know
absolutely.
that when your skin's better, your
You
other
feel
treatments
so
like your
much,
Botox and your fillers are gonna look
but so much
better
better.
if your skin's better.
Absolutely. Well, this is it. That's it. I have my some clients that combine Botox and combine fillers with boosters. Because obviously, you're treating different things. So combining all those treatments, you get so much better results. So much better results. So yeah. So definitely my peels, microneedling, lash lifts all day long. It's crazy because I've had so many people that we're having eyelash extensions, but have decided they want to take a break, so they'll have a lash lift. Suddenly, it's no longer a break. This is just what they will do, because it's
Yeah,
just so
yeah,
much
yeah.
easier, less maintenance. I mean, a lash lift can last between 6 to 8 weeks, and when you think you don't have to go back every 2 to 3 weeks to have them infilled, oh my God, it's just so
Yeah,
much easier. So
yeah,
yeah, so those for me are, oh my God, yeah, so busy all
absolutely.
day long. Yeah, I love them.
And is there anything that you are wanting to add to your treatment list sort of coming next
Yes.
year? What are the treatments are you hoping to focus?
So I am concentrating on more advanced treatments, so such as I'm doing a I'm introducing a hydrofacial, but it's just I'm looking at the right machine. So
Yeah.
obviously there's lots of different machines in the market. So I really want to get the best one and introduce hydrofacials next year and introduce more body massage treatments. That's a new part. So that's what I'm studying at college at the moment as well, body massage. So we're introducing that. So nothing too drastic, but hydrofacials and more body treatments,
With
definitely. And
regards
some,
to the hydrofacials,
yeah.
our sister company, they are like a distributor of machines. So
Oh,
I'll
fabulous.
send you some information over. And anyone else
Oh,
who
yeah.
hydrofacial
Oh
machine,
my God, yes. Yes,
yeah, because
please.
I think they're amazing machines, but they're not ridiculously expensive. Obviously,
Expensive,
they are
yes.
expensive because all machines are, but then
Exactly.
they're a lot cheaper than some of your
Yes.
more
Exactly.
expensive
Yes.
ones.
Yeah,
So
no, I know exactly what you mean.
if you're
No,
in the market for a machine, and that goes to anyone watching, let me know and I can send you some information.
mhm.
But I'll send you the pricing and stuff over after this, lovely, and then you can have a look.
Yeah,
Interested
yeah,
on.
definitely. Perfect. That'd be amazing.
Just to finish off, we've got 5 minutes before this runs out.
Sure.
Is there a moment in your beauty aesthetics career that you look back on where you think, do you know what? I am so proud of where I've come, or it might be a specific client who you've
Yeah.
treated, or
Mhm.
just something that you look back on where it just like melts your heart because you think, I'm
Oh
so
my God, I could.
proud.
Yeah, honestly, I think I probably have a few. I know it sounds really, but I really do. It's like I think when I first started doing semi-permanent makeup, creating honestly something so natural, but creating so someone that doesn't, for example, someone that suffers from alopecia who doesn't have any hair, suddenly creating eyebrows. Or someone that's gone through chemotherapy, for example, and then creating, eyebrows, you would not believe the impact that it has on their life, because it's impactful, from suddenly not having any hair and not having no definition on your face, and suddenly having that because
Yeah,
someone's given them to you. It's like a gift. So for me, when people say to me, oh, I'm so grateful for you, it was you. And I still have clients that I did from years ago. They'll come back to me for other treatments, and it's amazing. I said, oh, you don't realize how much of a difference you've made just because you gave me my brows. And I'm like,
I know. Bless.
but it is, or just people again, like people that have problems with their skin, and suddenly, when you say to them, this is what we need to do, and yet they listen to you, and then a year later, because it can take a year to be honest, they'll come back to you and say, oh my God, I am so happy since I've been coming to you. My life has changed. I've changed how, I eat, how much water I drink, my skincare is different, just so much. And you think, wow, because it really does, doesn't
Yeah,
it? It
yeah.
makes
So,
people feel
so
better. It's
you're
such a good.
just going back to healthy habits. You're just having that treatment or having that chat with you is building their confidence, but also changing making them change other aspects of their life.
Yeah, absolutely,
Changing life on a
hugely.
daily basis, Jules. I
Yeah,
love it.
yes, definitely. Honestly, so
Oh,
lovely.
you know,
It's so nice.
it's such a rewarding industry to work
Oh
in.
my God, it so is. And that's it. It's for making people feel 100% by just simple things that
Yeah,
sometimes, we need to hear, like, oh, you must make sure you drink water. Or like you said earlier, taking time to exercise, simple things that we all know, but we don't do, but we sometimes need to hear it from someone else,
yeah,
and the other things that are come with it. So, because if someone comes to see me only once a month, it's only a monthly treatment. What they do during that month up to the next treatment is so important, so we do diaries, we do lots of things. They contact me directly, ask me questions, and I think it really helps a lot, so, and it makes a huge difference.
definitely. So anyone watching, this is your sign. Get up at 5,
Yeah,
go to the gym. No, I'm joking.
absolutely,
It doesn't have to be like that. It could be ensuring you spend 10 minutes in an
of
evening,
course.
like
Yeah,
off your phone, doing your skincare rather than
absolutely.
doing it
Yeah,
or not doing it.
yeah,
Yeah, just take that time for yourself because little habits like that and making little changes to, I don't know, your routine will impact other parts of your life as well. Why do I
yes.
feel like I'm a motivational speaker, by the way?
I know, I love it. I love it. you reminded me of my other one. Big, little small habits make a huge impact, which is so true. It's so true. Little
You know
things,
what, Jules, we've got a practitioner group on WhatsApp. Someone made it. It's called Manifesting.
Oh my
And
God, please add
I'll add
me.
you into it. I'll add you into
Yes.
it. They, I
Oh
mean,
my God, I love
they
it.
talk about they talk about like crystals and that kind of thing. Like, I don't
Oh
really
yeah.
know that, but you seem like the kind of person who
Love that.
likes it.
Yes, I
So
definitely
I'll
am.
add you in afterwards. But lovely, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for coming on the
Oh,
podcast.
it's
I
been
love
so
this
nice.
conversation. I feel really
Me too.
inspired and motivated
So
now.
do I. So
Um,
do I. I love
we
this.
should
Thank
do an
you.
episode two, definitely.
Yeah,
But honestly,
definitely.
amazing what you're doing with your business and
Oh,
just
thank you.
being a single mum. Cannot wait to see the success of the next 6 to 12 months. I'm
Oh,
going to watch your peel reel, and
yes.
I'm going to send you the hydrofacial information as well. And I'll
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
and once this is
Hugely
edited,
appreciated.
we'll tag you. I'll send you the finished version when it's been edited. And
Perfect.
we'll be in touch. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
All
Lovely.
right,
It's been so
lovely.
nice to talk to you.
You take care. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.